What's cooking, Ange?
Hey, we're back in the kitchen.
We're back live.
So my mom and dad came down last weekend, and my mom brought a bunch of tomatoes. And I love tomatoes, but I love to cook, make homemade pasta sauce, chili, etc. with homemade tomatoes. However, not something you want to eat in August or September, and usually in the winter. So one of the fastest ways I found to really get fresh tomato flavor is to freeze them. So as a kid, I grew up. We had a huge garden, lived on a farm. We actually canned our tomatoes back at that point. I actually find frozen tomatoes to have much more flavor, and it's way easier. You don't need a pressure cooker, you don't need glass jars and all of that. First thing you need to do is blanch the tomatoes, which that's basically, you're gonna cook them just enough so that the skins will easily peel off. Then all we're gonna do is core out the inside, and then we're gonna just quarter them and stick them in baggies. If you have something that's like a vacuum sealer, that would probably even be better to get all the air out of it, but not required. So I've got a boiling pot of water. I've also got a sink filled with water, cold water, because what we want to do is we don't want the tomatoes to keep cooking after we take them out of the water. So we just drop them in. Yes, it's hot. I always try to drop one in on top of the other, and they'll just automatically roll to the side. I also try to do, so I'm going to come back to that one, similar size tomatoes, just so you don't have small ones and large ones. And even if you have some like this, go ahead and do it. You can cut away the stuff that's starting to go bad, or if there's blight on it, which is where it's like kind of a yellowish hard outside of it, you can just cut it off what you don't need. So these are in here cooking, and it really is probably less than a minute, closer to 45 seconds. That you would use this same process if you want to take fresh peaches and make peach pie or peach cobbler or peach crisp. You want to blanch them first to take the skins off. Exact same process.
That's a good tip, Ange.
Yes, it is. Very easy to do. And it's very nostalgic for me because it reminds me of being on the farm.
Yeah.
So.
Except for not nearly as hot.
Yes. And I didn't have a spider.
Yeah,
and
no
I need
spider.
a smaller spider,
Oh,
just
shit.
so you know.
Write that down.
Benefits of tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. I think they have a lot of lycopene in them,
Yep,
which
they
is
do.
good for,
Heart health.
okay. They're very low in calorie.
Yep.
I assume they have a decent amount of vitamin C.
Vitamin C. Yep.
Okay.
I know I have to look at a couple of other things on them.
Yeah,
They are a fruit,
correct.
not a
because they have
veggie,
the
because they have
seed.
seeds are in the inside.
Yeah.
So they have some carbohydrate components.
All right, we're getting close. You can kind of start to tell because the skin will start to get a little bit wrinkly. And you'll want to use something like this or a large slotted spoon. Okay, it's time to shut off the irrigation outside.
Oh, we gotta go shut off the irrigation. Because it runs for days if you don't set
Right.
the timer.
So stick them in this bowl. And we're gonna move over to the sink. Don't look at my dirty dishes. So we're just gonna dump these in here. And I already have a 4 cup, this is a quart. I'm putting about 3 cups in each one of these. So you can see the skin's already starting to fall off. Can you see that from here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tomatoes are a little hot, but that's okay. Just pour out the inside. Oops. Quarter them. And then just measure them. And you can see I've got a couple bags already there. And what I'll end up doing is as I seal it up, I'll try to get as much of the air out as I can and store it just like that. In the freezer, they'll be good all winter long. If you used a vacuum sealer, you could probably let them store even longer than that. I think after about a year, they're gonna start to crystallize a little bit. I don't have enough here, probably won't even last me till Christmas. And I'm actually gonna save some of these and make homemade pasta sauce tonight for dinner. All right, let's take a look at this one that had some of the bad spots on it. So basically all I'm gonna do is just cut that away. Just like that. I'm already all the way through to the core. And this one's baked, so I'll probably cut it into 6. But that's basically it. Much better for you than something canned. Even if all you have is just canned stewed tomatoes, still it's been processed. It's probably got other additives to it to keep it from, going bad. You have total control over what you put in it. It's going to have a lot fresher flavor and super easy. Just takes a few minutes, really. So give it a shot.
Thanks, Ange.